Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend DG Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/Capes and Lunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
no evil shall escape my sight,
but those who worship evil's might.
Beware my power.
Green Lantern's light. Hello and welcome back to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast. I am Phil, and joining me as always, master of the every core alive and dead. It is.
I'm Will. Hey, everyone.
And yes, that's the 8th time you've heard me say that because, yes, we are on week 8 of our 13-week journey through Blackest Night. The dead are still coming.
They are. They are still coming.
Yes, so yes, this time we'll be covering, Blackest Night, so 3 new miniseries: Blackest Night Flash, Blackest Night Wonder Woman, Blackest Night JSA, and then Green Lantern Corps 42 and Green Lantern 48.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got all those numbers right. All right, so yes, we were just discussing, I guess there was a Funko Pop announcement that some of our fellow Lantern podcasters made us aware of. I'm trying to see, was there a date on that? But yes, this supposedly, kids, there was a list of new Funkos coming soon, and one of them supposedly is a Red Lantern Hal Jordan. So Will already has that on his Christmas list.
Birthday list, whatever.
Oh, Funko Target Con 2024. So
I don't know what that is, but
I don't know. I'll have to look that up. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it looks like top of the list. It's from DC, Red Lantern Hal Jordan. Because it looks like it's a bunch of different. Yeah, because there's a Marvel Squirrel Girl comic cover. Oh, Stephen Curry, NBA. Son might be interested in that. There's Pokemon. Yeah, so they must just try to put out something for different franchises. So. Oh, hey, Lilith, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Last Ronin comic cover. All right. So, stay tuned for that, kid. I don't know, maybe I can look that up, see when that is. But, and again, I feel this is important. We need to bring this up. Mr. Will, how much time is left on your Kickstarter?
Excellent question.
I know.
Let me check real quick. I think we have 17 days to go. And we are like 1 or 2 backers away from being 75% funded.
Oh, nice.
So
yes. So I was going to say, kids, I put my money where my mouth is. Yes, I did back Mr. Allred here last night.
Much appreciated. Thank you, sir.
Hey, no problem. Again, I love the book. I keep buying them. So, all right. So kids. So get on that Kickstarter, kids. Go back crossover division. You know what? It was weird because I was having trouble. I'm like, why can't I find the link? So I just went on Kickstarter. I think I searched it, and it comes right up. So.
Yeah, it comes right up. Yep.
So you kids have no excuse to.
That's right. Or you can go to crossoverdivision.com/Kickstarter or /KS. Either one will get you there.
Okay. That Target Con, that Funko Target Con. I guess the Target is actually like the store.
Target store. Okay.
Because Target exclusive Funko picks them. I don't wonder if that Hal Jordan might be a Target exclusive.
Oh, and speaking of figures, the new Kilowog figure, the Superpowers Kilowog.
Oh yes. It's I guess it's not out yet. You can pre-order it, but yes, for those of you who collect or have been keeping an eye on the Todd McFarlane new Superpower line, yes, they're putting out a Kilowog.
Didn't they just do a Sinestro?
I think they did. I'm trying to remember who all they have. I can't remember if they have a Kyle, but I'm pretty sure they've done a Hal, John, Sinestro. No, Kilowog's coming.
I'll have to look that up.
Oh, did you see? It was pretty. I thought it was pretty cool. I guess they're not only is there a Blue Beetle figure, but they're going to put out his bug ship.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
But I think they mentioned that around the same time they mentioned Kilowog, because like I think I saw somebody online was like, I can have Kilowog fly in the bug. It's like
This is so 80s.
but it's so much more because I was a kid in the 80s and like they only had like the Supermobile. They had, something.
Yeah.
They had the Batmobile. Yeah, because they're really pumping out the figures with those things. I don't know if I want to get started on that. That could get addictive because there's so
many of them. Yeah, exactly.
So keep
Try
fighting.
to keep it focused.
I keep fighting the urge because I know they do have a Nightwing figure, so I was just like, I buy one, I'm going to buy them all.
Well, but you need to get the Nightwing figure.
That's
come
true.
on, man.
Then it'll be like, well, I need to get like that 80s Batmobile, maybe have Batman in there too.
Nah, just Nightwing. You don't have to deal with Ray's favorite character.
Oh, yes,
Batman, my favorite character.
wasn't me, Ray. But then it'll be, I do a Green Lantern podcast, so I have to get one or all of the Green Lanterns. And hey, doesn't that Blue Beetle look pretty cool? Yeah, and then the bug. Yeah.
He does look pretty cool, but you only live once, right?
Yes. Although,
unless you're a Black Lantern.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice. I was gonna say, unless you find something on sale, like it's hard to see. It's like right there. I think I need a longer line to hang it. It's a Cobra Commander in the helicopter. It's one of the Funkos.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, because we went in GameStop Friday, me and my family, and it's like originally it was like $30, but like they were having some kind of like clearance sale that was like $11. I was like, oh, I'm getting it.
Okay, yep, got it. You had to. You were forced.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And again too, I don't know if they're all doing it or if it was just that store getting trying to get rid of some merch, but it was like all kinds of stuff was on clearance, and it was like buy one get one free on all their clearance stuff because my son wanted something too, so we ended up his was free. So
there you go. Yeah, I mean it's like they were practically they practically held a gun to your head.
Yeah. So if you guys like Funkos, but you don't want to pay the exorbitant prices. Yeah, sometimes I know like either in store, sometimes I think the website has sales. So yeah, keep your eye out, kids. Or if it's cheap, go to buy.
Right.
That's how you justify to the wife, right? Well, it's like it was on sale. It was like a third of what it originally was. I guess
I saved money.
It was like it was $30. Now it's like $11. Come on.
I just saved $20. I mean, I was going to get it eventually, so
exactly.
This
I could have bought it 6 months ago when it was full price, but I didn't. Aren't you proud of me?
Exactly. Good job. I got you, man. I got your back.
And again, kids, remember, if you have to, the excuse of last resort, it's all Lilith's fault.
There you go.
Lilith is an enabler. Yes. Damn Lilith. She enables all us boys. Yes.
Fight me, nerd.
All right. All right. So
any other Green Lantern news?
I don't think so. But again, we'll remember we had a quick turnaround here because we just recorded the last episode, a few days ago.
Is Green Lantern 8 coming out tomorrow or the next day?
Let me hold on. I have my list. Not this week. Maybe next week.
Okay, next week. Okay,
maybe. Yeah. It's not on there this week. Yeah. Oh, Shazam's coming out. I wasn't even going to pick up this volume of Shazam, but it's Mark Waid. So
I know and I think is Dan Mora doing the art as well?
Yes, and Dan Mora art. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he's awesome.
Yeah, because the one this week is number 8. So yeah, it's so funny because trying to get away from that Shazam name, Mark Waid just has him calling himself the Captain.
Captain Captain. He was Captain Marvel before all of us were born. Okay.
Well, like I said, do you really want a character that's like has the name of your competitor? I don't.
He was around before Marvel proper, though, wasn't he? I mean,
Uh,
Atlas Comics were around back then, but I don't think they were called Marvel until later.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have to look that up. But yeah, I know. But I'm a traditionalist, I guess.
But yeah, I just hear the Captain. I just think that's Steve Rogers. From the Marvel.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
the black suited. Yep.
Yes.
Good old Mark Grunwald.
Oh yes. All right. Should we get to these issues?
You bet.
Just opening some synopsis here.
Let's see. The order that you had them in were Blackest Night Flash 1, Blackest Night Wonder Woman 1, Blackest Night JSA number 1, and then Green Lantern Corps and Green Lantern.
Do we want to do it like that? I mean,
It's up to you. If that's what you want to do, sure. I'm down.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, I don't think it really matters because everything's kind of going on at the same time.
Yeah.
All right, let's all right then. Let's start with Blackest Night, The Flash number 1 from February 20. Oh, we're in 2010.
Woohoo!
We're only 14 years behind now, Will.
Only 14 years.
Well, again, remember that's going to go quick. Plus, so there's a whole year without Green Lantern comics.
But there's also New 52 with Thor.
That's true. Yeah. Like I said, eventually, if we catch up, man, we could start going back doing Silver Age stuff, doing whatever.
Absolutely.
All right. So yes, Blackest Night Flash number 1. That's the title, I guess. Blackest Night The Flash Part 1. Writer Jeff Johns, penciler and inker Scott Collins, colorist Michael Adaye, letterer Travis Lantham, and editor Adam Schlauman. The Flash acts as the messenger, rallying all the forces against the army of the living dead. He visits Gorilla City to enlist the aid of Solivar, only to find that his old friend is dead. Meanwhile, Captain Cold rallies the rogues to hunt down the dead version of their predecessors before they are killed themselves. All right, there's your synopsis.
Not bad. I mean, and I think rightly so. It was kind of a fast read.
Oh!
No pun intended, but you can, definitely take it.
I don't know. I believe that was definitely intended. All right.
But I mean, this is the same team that had been on. Jeff Johns and Scott Collins were had such a nice long run on the Flash, which was actually that's one of the things that we did for.
Oh yeah, September. Yes.
Yes.
Wolf was away. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, two of his storylines. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So it's it's like reading an issue of the Flash, pretty much. It was good, and then bringing up Solivar was killed back. When was he? Didn't we read the issue that he was killed in? As part of Green Lantern, was it the Green Lantern? I didn't
think it was that crossover. For some reason, I'm thinking it was one of those annual crossovers. But hold on.
That's right. Yeah, because I think I remembered. I remember us talking about it. Like, yeah, when did he come back? And he had never come back.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
They dead.
Oh wait, the second tour. Oh yes, yes, he was a car bomb. Yes. Let me see. JLA Annual 3. Yes, I was right. Yes. JL Ape. Yes, that was the crossover.
JL Ape. That was the one.
That's
wow,
right.
That was.
I knew it was some weird monkey business.
Oh, nice.
That
was back in the 90s, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was like 99, I think, or something. Yeah, so it was like late 90s. But that just seems so weird, Corey. It's like they kill off a somewhat major character. Because usually, like the annuals or like those they really don't have like big lasting, major death or anything.
Nope.
I guess no one just decided. No one decided to bring him back. So yeah, I mean, I thought that was a good bit on Jeff Johns' part, where Barry had been gone so long. Yeah, he didn't know Solivar was dead, and
Dead. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and it's not like one of those things where they kind of just wrote retroactively made that, because I remember towards the end of Barry's run, basically got his face beaten and he went to Gorilla City for plastic surgery.
Yeah. So I have a question for you once we get to the end of these 3 limited series.
Okay.
So don't let me forget. Okay.
Okay, at the end of the series, all the series.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, at the end of these 3 issues. So.
Okay. Wait, I wonder what it'd be. But I'm trying to remember. So I can't remember, but I'm assuming Reverse Flash is going to be brought back in Brightest Day, maybe, because
I think so, because
again,
I mean, Jeff Johns is laying the groundwork for that. So.
Yeah. Because I can't remember the exact details, kids, but yeah, I do remember. Yeah, because even Barry mentions in here, during Flash Rebirth, Reverse Flash kind of helps bring Barry back, and basically goes back in time. Is like, aha, I killed your mother before, so.
Mm-hmm.
But basically, Eobard Thawne had been dead at this point, so he's like, he comes from a point in the future where he's alive again. It's like, so I'd like, Barry sees all these, Black Lanterns. He's like, is this it? Is this when he gets brought back? Which makes me, I'm like, did Jeff Johns have that planned? Which he probably did, because Flash Rebirth was, I think it was either 08 or 09. So I mean,
I think it was really close to Blackest Night.
Yeah, I don't think it was more than a year before it. So yeah, Jeff Johns had to have had something in his mind.
Yep, absolutely.
But yeah, what's worse than a power ring zombie? A gorilla zombie with a power. Which is so weird though, because they're always like, it's not the person that actually got brought back. It's basically the ring's programming, But
the ring is wearing the person versus the person wearing the ring. Yeah.
Although, even though, I mean, Solivar was running amok in Gorilla City, he still kind of seemed like, I don't want to be like this. I don't want to be the, this dead thing. And
of course, how much of it is just trying to play on sympathies and get them to lower his guard? Yeah.
But when he goes, please, Barry, help me return Gorilla City. Yeah, help me escape this fate. But no, yeah.
Take the ring and run.
Exactly. Yeah, he takes the ring and runs. So what? Barry's death kicked us all off, because the ring says, Barry Allen of Earth, your death was the first, your rebirth is the last.
So, I don't remember. I don't know if I was. Maybe I was reading Flash, but I really don't remember much of it at this point. So we're seeing Bart in the Titans book, but Wally is back and okay.
Mm-hmm.
But is he showing up much in the?
He's showing up some, I believe, but yeah, for a good while after Barry comes back. I mean, the Flash book is basically Barry's book. I mean, again, yeah, Wally's making appearances, but I think they were kind of playing with the he's a father now, so he's I don't know if he's semi-retired, but yeah, I mean, again, Barry's getting the spotlight, especially since he's only been back a year or two. So
yeah.
Oh Lord, don't even get me started on New 52.
We'll get there.
We'll
get there.
although the Green Lantern stuff was, in New 52 wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it was just a real continuation. I wonder why that was.
I was going to say that, the best sellers they really didn't monkey with. I wonder why.
Batman, my favorite character.
But yeah, I mean, this is good. But I think, so yeah, we got Barry dealing with undead Solivar, the rogues. So
Oh yeah.
holding some of these newer rogues having to deal with. Oh yeah, some of these dead rogues might be coming back looking for us.
hmm So we're gonna go hunt them.
Captain Cold realizing, oh, my sister may come back as a zombie. I better
Better go take care of that.
So the original Mirror Master. So yeah, you got a zombie who can walk through reflections, and so I kind of like that. It's like it's not just the berry stuff. You're also getting the rogues and. Remember, that's one of the stories we covered. Remember Rogue War?
Yeah.
Next issue, Black Lantern Rogue War.
It's better because it's got zombies.
Yeah. Like I thought this was one of the better ones. Do you think that's because it is Jeff Johns writing it? Who's basically the architect of this event.
I think so, and well, we'll just skip ahead to the end. I think the other two series were at least as good, if not better, than the previous three series. At least the first issues I think were better. So that was the question. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I could see these three tonight are better, probably better for the most part than the previous ones we did. But do you think that's also too because of like where they take place? Like those beginning ones are like, well, you can't get too far and you can't accomplish too much because you're still in the beginning of the event. This one, you're kind of like in the middle towards the, moving towards it. So it's like you can have a little more success against the Black Lanterns maybe in these, and the story's gonna move along a little quicker maybe.
I think these seem to be more integral. Well, and obviously the Flash is more integral because Jeff Johns is writing it, right? So it doesn't seem as
and
off to the side.
And two, Barry was with Hal for the good bit, and showing up with Hal in the Blackest Night actual series. So
the Wonder Woman one, it was more akin to say the Superman book, right? Because Wonder Woman isn't necessarily as involved as Superman. The JSA book seems a little more involved, I think, probably because it's got Alan Scott, and they're trying to figure all this stuff out. So I don't know.
Well, what I kind of like is like some of these are spinning off of stuff because again, it's like the Flash is coming from the actual Blackest Night on regular miniseries, and even the JSA, which we're gonna get to, it's like it kind of like continues from where because we see the Titans coming from the end of their series, and so it's kind of continuing from that.
Yep. All right. Cool, man.
All right.
I thought this one was really good, and it was a good callback to what Jeff Johns and Scott Collins had done on their run on the Flash, which was really good.
And again, too, it's written by Jeff Johns, so it's like if anyone knows where the Blackest Night is heading and what's in which step, it's probably going to be him. So,
yep. Now, still, Core and Green Lantern are still off the charts awesome this week. So,
oh yeah. All right, should we get to the next one?
You bet.
All right, we'll hit the Blackest Night, Wonder Woman #1, also February 2010. The Living. Writer Greg Rucka, penciler Nicola Scott, inkers Prentice Rollins, Jonathan Glapion, Walden Wong, and Drew Garassi. So 4 inkers.
Wow.
I know. Naira Fino, colorist, letterer Travis Lanham, and editors Eddie Berganza and Adam Schlauman. Oh, okay, never mind. This one has no synopsis. Okay.
All right.
I thought they all did. My bad. All right.
Not really a lot happens in this issue, honestly.
Yeah, because she's she's basic. What is that like?
Zombie Max Lord. She's trailing him, and there's lots of destruction and everything. And then when she gets there, the whole cemetery that they're in comes up, and 2 guys who are protecting the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier stay there, and so she stays to protect them. And then, and And then she destroys all of the lanterns with her lasso. I mean, yeah, all the Black Lanterns with her lasso, and heads toward Coast City because they've hit 100%. And that's basically it, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, and again, the big thing is Max Lord because, a few years before this, yeah, she had to kill Max Lord.
Was that Infinite Crisis?
It was, I don't know if it was, I don't know if it was the actual Infinite Crisis or how they had like
The lead up
going around the Infinite, yeah,
Mm.
because it was kind of like its own little mini thing where Max Lord takes control of Superman. And she throws her lasso around him and says, "Oh, how do I get you out of Superman's head?" And he has to tell the truth. He's like, "You can't get me out of his head." So she just snaps his neck.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Back around, Identity Crisis. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I like the art on this. I thought the art is really good on this.
Yeah, Nicola Scott is a really, really good artist. She's pretty awesome.
But I think like the whole art, when it stands out to me like this, I think the whole art team's really in sync. Like the penciler, the colorist, the inkers.
The inker, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, this felt like a lot of setup in this issue, right? Because she's just, and the Max thing was not as overblown, I think, as it was like in the previous limited series that we see. This is the,
Mm-hmm.
She just like, okay, dude, you're taken care of, done. All right, I'm gonna go to Coast City now.
And it's not even that it's like, I mean, like the Superman one, it's like, oh well, Superman of Earth 2 was a friend of theirs, so it's like it's not as big of a shock and stuff. Or it's like the Batman one where everyone's parents are showing up and stuff. Yeah, again, it's like an enemy, so she's like, I snapped your neck once. I don't get off the bed,
I'll take out all you Black Lanterns.
Like maybe for more emotional impact. It's like they even show in that like montage page. I mean, she's lost friends. I mean,
Yeah.
It might have had, it would have been more shocking if it was like, Artemis or was that her?
Yeah.
Was that her mother there? Well, one of them. Yeah.
Well,
like
but are both of them back now? Maybe I can't remember what continuity we're in.
Well, I think the mother was back, but I think the mother's dead again. Yeah.
Oh.
Because Nubia's in charge right now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Her mother was back, I think, by New 50. Now she's dead.
But Artemis was dead, but now she's back too, right?
Well, I was going to say in the last decade or so, I mean, I think Wonder Woman's died and come back at least twice.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah. Oh, but the new Tom King Wonder Woman's pretty good.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
But yeah, like you said, it's the Wonder Woman fights Max Lord in Washington, D.C.
There you go.
And then they have this soldiers' graveyard where the rings bring back all these dead soldiers.
Mm-hmm. And the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, he's brought back and he can't remember his name, which I thought was weird.
That's so funny.
But,
yeah. I was like, was that a joke? He's like, I have a name, but I can't remember. All right. Anything else on this one, or should we jump to the JSA?
Jump to the JSA. Sounds
all right.
good.
We're getting closer to Green Lanterns because we got Alan Scott in this one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Blackest Night JSA #1, Lost Souls. Writer James Robinson, I believe, didn't he write that Superman one we did? So
I think so, yeah.
Pencilers, Eddie Burrows and Marcos Mars. Inkers, Julio Ferreira, Luciana Del Negro, and Rai Yosef. So 3 inkers on this one. Colorist Rod Reyes, letters John J. Hill, and editors Brian Cunningham, Eddie Braganza, Rex Ogle, and Adam Schlauman. So 4 editors on this one.
Wow.
All right. Flashbacks of the lives of 3 former members of the JSA: Wesley Dodds, the Sandman; Charles McNider, the first Doctor Mid-Nite; and Terry Sloan, the first Mr. Terrific, as the current members of the Justice Society fight off against the Black Lantern Corps. when the rings attach themselves to the corpses and order them to rise, resurrecting them as members of the Black Lantern Corps. Jesse Chambers and Rick Tyler, the current Liberty Bell and Hour Man, are fighting against the Black Lanterns, along with other members of the society, as Black Lanterns attack not only the JSA, but even civilians, and ripping their hearts out and harvesting their emotions. As they are fighting, they are joined by the two senior members of the society, Jay Garrick and Alan Scott, the Flash and Green Lantern. When Liberty Bell asks about Damage, Alan tells her that he's dead, and she blames herself for his death by convincing him to rejoin the JSA. But everyone tells her that it isn't, and that she should concentrate on the battle in front of her and buy Mr. Terrific time so that he can inspect the bodies that Superman brought him, which are Superman of Earth 2 and Psycho Pirate.
Exactly.
Scroll down, kids. Was that last episode?
No, I think it was episode before last.
Oh, okay.
That we finished them, right? Yeah.
Well, you should listen to all of it.
Yes. Editor's note.
Exactly. Speaking of which, we jump to Star Labs, where we see Power Girl and the original Wildcat look at the bodies of Roger Hayden, known as the Psycho Pirate, and Kal-El, that's L, kids, not ELL, the Superman from Power Girl's alternate Earth, the pre-crisis Earth 2. Wildcat hopes that Mr. Terrific can analyze them to figure out a solution to the current problem that the society is facing. When Power Girl berates him for not showing some respect, as her Superman was one of the greatest superheroes of Earth 2 before it was destroyed in the crisis, and she vows that whoever brought him back will pay dearly. The Flash arrives, telling the others that they need a miracle, and Mr. Terrific replies that miracle lies in the power of light. So he tells Flash to bring the wielders of light back to Star Labs, Green Lantern, Lightning, and Stargirl, as well as Kent Nelson, the current Dr. Fate. Back at the battlefield, Green Lantern, Magog, and Liberty Bell continue to fight against the Black Lanterns, including Solomon Grundy, as the original Mr. Terrific listens in as Green Lantern exits the battle. All of a sudden, a person from Jesse's past has returned from the dead. It's Johnny Chambers, better known as Johnny Quick, Jesse's father, who immediately recites the formula that gave him his super speed powers. Meanwhile, back at Star Labs, Power Girl hears a voice that's attacking Ma Hunkel and speeds away. And when she arrives, she finds that Lois is there, the Lois of Earth 2, resurrected again as a Black Lantern, wondering where her husband is. Judo Master and Atom Smasher are standing amidst the destruction of the battle when they find Grant Emerson, the old Damage, as a Black Lantern ripping the heart out of someone, asking his god brother if their father, Albert Pratt, the original Atom, will be pleased. Jay arrives at the lab with Dr. Fate, who tells them that he was attacked by Black Lantern Dr. Fate in Las Vegas, who was ejected into outer space, and that he'll be back. Mr. Terrific declares that he won't allow it when he realizes that something is wrong and orders the lab to be locked down, and tells the others that if he was able to figure it out, that his predecessor, Terry Sloan, the original Mr. Terrific, will figure out what he's doing as well and will be there, along with the other Black Lanterns. But Green Lantern tells him that it's too late. They're already there. That's quite the cliffhanger. They, their headquarters surrounded by these zombies.
Exactly. I thought this one was pretty good. And I think it helped too that, we did get some continuity between this and the Superman Limited, with the bodies of Kal-El and everything.
Yes. And even, like I said, even the Titans, because we see the Titans kind of like, rushing in and, coming to them as they were leaving at the end of theirs. So,
yeah. So if you had to rank these three.
That's all. What's a hard? It wasn't bad, but I probably got to put Wonder Woman at the bottom of the list, and then it's a maybe just edging it out. Maybe Flash first, then JSA, and then Wonder Woman.
I think I agree with that. I think the Flash was the strongest, and obviously the architect of the whole event wrote that one.
Yeah.
So I think that works. But this was a good issue. I mean, we got to see lots of we got to see the Damage was killed back in. He was killed in a Blackest Night issue, wasn't he?
I think so. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah.
So that, boom, we've got that cross continuity there, so that we see that has happened, and now he's fighting for the other team. So that was good. Plus we get Power Girl remembers hey, Earth 2, right? and,
Yeah.
and Kal-El and Lois.
Yeah, I was gonna say at least since Infinite Crisis, yeah, she remembers Earth too. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I thought
Oh,
this
no,
one was pretty good.
I did, and I do like they didn't forget that because again, I mean, we didn't see Superman or Superboy, take care of that Earth 2 Lois in their series, so
Yeah.
I'm glad that we didn't just forget that, oh hey, Lois is running up.
She's out there out running amok.
Yeah.
Amok.
I was waiting for Lois to go after her Earth 1 counterpart.
Yeah, that would seem to make a lot more sense to me, but
Well, she's looking for her husband.
yeah, hubby.
But
Now,
yeah,
how did they deactivate him back in that series?
wait, who?
How did Superman and Superboy? Oh, he used his tactical kinesis on him, didn't he?
Yeah. I think yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at the bodies right now. Yeah, I think he is a tap. Well, didn't they separate him from the rings too? Both of him and
Yeah.
Superfire from the rings. Yeah.
Oh no, they used the Medusa mask and it exploded.
Yeah. Oh
remember?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
But yeah, this one's another. I mean, this is another one good. I mean, they're all good art, but I mean, yeah, look at the
Oh yeah.
great art in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once again, what's worse than a zombie? A super speed zombie.
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty brutal.
Yeah. Again, yeah, they all good issues, but yeah, that's my ranking. Flash, JSA, Wonder Woman. That's.
Mhm. And
We'll have to see how issue 2 of Wonder Woman goes because I can't remember if I read this one or not. But yeah, the cover for the next one, it's Wonder Woman and Mira. So
Oh, cool. Very cool. Now, this week I think it's close. I don't know whether Green Lantern is the best book or Green Lantern Corps is the best book because they're both really, really good. So we'll talk about them and we'll see what you think after we talk about them.
yes, all right. Now let's get to Green Lantern Corps number 42, January 2010. Hungry Heart Part 2. Writer Peter Tomasi, penciler Patrick Gleason, inkers Rebecca Bachman and Tom Guyan. So only 2 inkers this time. Colorist Randy Mayer and Gabe Edelab, letterer Steve Wands, and editor Adam Schlauman. All right, you ready for this big long synopsis? All right. The Green Lanterns fight to preserve Oa and the central power battery from being consumed by the Black Lanterns continues.
Wow. Okay. Cool. Let's add a little bit of, pardon my friend, color to that.
Oh, nice.
So we have, from last issue, we had separated up, Aricia's dealing with her family of dead Black Lanterns. Kilowog's dealing with his, trainer. Kyle and Jade are dealing. Oh, sorry. Kyle and Soranik are dealing with Jade. And Iolande has taken all of the wounded to Mogo.
Oh yeah.
Who else? Who else is that? Oh, and Guy is just being Guy. Okay.
Yeah, and we have so we have the Indigo monk of the Indigo Lanterns
shows up. Yeah.
Yes.
And he's deactivating lots of lanterns, but it's still like 40-1 or whatever. There's still a bunch of them. Now,
because he's working with Vath and So yeah, we have that team too. Vath and what's the other one?
Izamat.
Yeah. So yeah, we have that in here too.
Two things happened in this that really, I thought one was really smart and the other one made me sad. So the first smart thing was, hey, we've got a Red Lantern.
Oh yeah, they let him out of his eye cell. Yeah.
But then
Oh yeah,
Cassalon.
because isn't that Cal's idea? It's like let him out, and
Yeah.
a guy or someone's like, it's gonna be hard to put him back in. It's like he's like one problem at a time,
Yeah, exactly. But then Chassalon says, "Hey, no one escapes the
The Alpha Lanterns,
Alpha Lanterns," and ends up killing him,
Mhm.
and then getting killed by the Black Lanterns. So poor Chassalon. The Lost Lanterns just have not fared well. They've been fodder for Alpha Lanterns and everything else.
Almost like those Alpha Lanterns weren't a good idea. The Guardians had a bad idea. Get out of town.
Oh, what is it? A day that ends in Y? Sorry. But yeah,
I know. We'll make our Manhunters not, part organic. That won't go wrong.
But I guess a moment of silence for poor Chassalon.
Yes.
Oh well. But that sets up something that's going to happen later because there's a red ring floating around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But if I remember correctly, Chassalon has all the Alpha Lanterns had batteries physically placed inside them, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his battery's damaged. So Kyle grabs it and brings all the lanterns with him, all the Black Lantern, or a big chunk of the Black Lanterns.
Oh yeah.
Keeps them inside and lets it explode, killing Kyle, who we see dead at the end of the issue.
Yeah, because he says, I'm gonna take as many of you Black Lanterns with me as I can. Yeah, he bubbles himself up with them, and he tells Sornik he loves her, and then he's like, "You too, guy. You've been like a brother to me." And then we see that explosion.
Mm-hmm.
Last page, kids. Yeah. Oh man. Yep. See his butt flying off. Yep.
Flying off to Mogo.
Oh, I think I see a little white in his future. Oh.
So but there is something cool, I think, that happens during this issue. They hit 100% exceeded for the Black Lanterns.
Yes.
They're like, "Oh, we don't care about you guys anymore. We're going after the batteries now." Boom, all of them just whatever. They don't care at that point.
Yeah.
Kyle has to blast Jade's face off of Sornik's fist because she's flying off with her.
Yeah, because he even tells her, he's like, but kind of bubble up your hand because I don't want to take your hand off as I blow her head out. But once those Black Lanterns reach 100%, all you see here is devour will.
That made me a little nervous, but whatever.
I know, but they're just screaming devour will. So Cal takes that battery and bubbles them up and takes them out. So if you're reading this at the time, you're like, man, they say the stakes are high.
The stakes are pretty darn high.
That is cool at the end when Kyle's laying there and his ring's taken off. It's just raining black rings.
Rings, yeah. This is a really, really good issue.
Oh yeah, I mean, it better be. He killed off my favorite Green Lantern. He better be.
Spoilers. He gets better.
I know. But I mean, yeah. He sacrifices himself. I like that bastard Hal Jordan there. It's been a while.
Yeah, I know. There you go. But yeah, I mean, and this was definitely raising the stakes because, Kyle had his fans, but he wasn't the star of the main book. So, it wasn't outside the realm of possibility that they would kill him off during something like this,
Yeah. And again, I mean, everyone has a favorite Green Lantern, but it's like if he would have killed off like Ismod or something, it wouldn't have had the impact of killing Kyle off.
Exactly. But then there's a neat trick. I think the way he comes back is cool because it's not necessarily repeatable, but maybe. So it doesn't. I don't think it really cheapens it. It's just the next step, right? We got to get him back, But I thought this was a really, really, really good issue. The art was great on it. And I mean, it just firing on all cylinders.
Oh yeah. All right. So should we get to the the last book?
You bet.
All right. Let's see which one's better. Kind of hard to top this one, but all right. Green Lantern, Volume 4, number 48. From
The last 48 was different.
yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. I was gonna say you definitely like this one better.
Much better, yes.
Oh god. Green Lantern 48. Give me a break. Writer Jeff Johns. We're back to Jeff Johns. We started with Jeff Johns 1 with Jeff Johns.
That's right.
Penciler Doug Mank, inkers Christian Alamy, Doug Mank, and Tom Guyan. So 3 inkers again. Colorist Randy Mayer and Gabe Edelab. Letterer Rob Lee, and editors Eddie Berganza and Adam Schlauman. All right, this one continues from the last one, where we see Atrocitus and Larfleeze fighting each other while being surrounded by Black Lanterns of the identities that Larfleeze has stolen over the years to form his Orange Lantern Corps. As they are fighting, Black Lantern Bloom eats and swallows up Atrocitus and Larfleeze, only to be disintegrated by both of their rings. As they escape Blum, Atrocitus has managed to take the Orange Lantern power battery away from Larfleeze as they fall down a cliff while being followed by the Black Lanterns. They both fall into the forest with the Black Lanterns right behind them. Atrocitus uses his blood to burn the Black Lanterns away, but because he is distracted, Larfleeze takes the opportunity to take the power battery back from Atrocitus and knock him out with it. Larfleeze then unleashes his Orange Lantern Corps, but the Black Lanterns simply go right through the constructs, which scares Larfleeze enough to try and wake up Atrocitus, but the two are saved by the timely arrival of Hal Jordan, Star Sapphire, Carol Ferris, Sinestro, Saint Walker, and Indigo One. Larfleeze immediately recognizes Saint Walker and wrongly blames him for the attack of the Black Lanterns. But Walker tells him that it is not of his doing and douses Atrocitus's fires, while Hal, Carol, Sinestro, and Indigo dispose of the Black Lanterns and destroy them. After the battle is over, Larfleeze recognizes Ganthet and Sade as Guardians, with only Ganthet remembering the original pact that was made between Larfleeze and the Guardians of the Universe eons ago. Larfleeze knows that Ganthet and Sade were banished from the Guardians during the Sinestro Corps War, and reveals to everyone that all he wanted in return for the new truce was the location of the Blue Lantern Ring, but failed to tell him that it would be guarded by the Blue Lantern Corps, meaning that the Guardians sold out Ganthet and Sade to Larfleeze at the end of the Agent Orange story arc in order to extinguish the light of hope. Sinestro then begins to wrongly blame Hal for the War of Light, saying that he came to Akara and started the conflict with Larfleeze, and then went to Yzamalt and fought Atrocitus again, claiming that he was a tool of the Guardians used to usher in the Blackest Night, and tells Hal that the reason why he really hates him is because Hal is wearing the ring of his predecessor and close friend Aubin Sur, and that wait a minute. And it reminds him that Aubin is dead because Aubin wasn't trying to stop the Blackest Night, it was Hal. But Atrocitus tells them both that it was his fault that the Blackest Night has arrived. He attacks Sinestro and Hal and beats them. The other 3 Lanterns try to restrain him, but he's too powerful. Saint Walker manages to hold Atrocitus by using his ring to show Atrocitus a vision of him as a member of the Blue Lantern Corps, but it doesn't affect him. However, it did give Hal enough time to clamp Atrocitus' mouth and tie him up as they deal with Larfleeze. Sinestro ties up Larfleeze and tells him that his corpsmen are planting a dozen blink bombs all over the planet, and that if he does not cooperate, the planet and all of Larfleeze's possessions will be destroyed, and his head will be mounted on Sinestro's wall. As for Atrocitus, Sinestro offers his services to create an alliance between the 2 corps to destroy the Green Lantern Corps and the Guardians of the Universe. But Atrocitus breaks free from his chains and attacks Sinestro, telling him that he will never be his ally and that he and his corps will die along with the Green Lantern Corps and Sinestro's daughter. Larfleeze grabs Sinestro from behind, demanding that he be given his own guardian. Just as that happens, they see an image of Eclipso ripping out Damage's heart, signaling that the power of the Black Lantern Corps has reached 100% as a Black Lantern ring calls out Hal's name. Trying to figure out what the next phase is in the plan of the Black Lantern Corps, Indigo 1 takes a piece of a black ring and channels its power into her, causing her considerable discomfort. She tells the others that she has found the source of the power behind the Blackest Night and teleports them all away, saying that they cannot fail her savior Abensur, while Hal with Hal wondering why Aubin is her savior. The group then teleports onto a planet long dead. Atrocitus reveals that they are in Sector 666 on the planet Ryut, which was his home. He then attacks Hal and Ganthet, saying it was the Guardians and their Manhunters who caused the death of Ryut. He tells them that the Manhunters came to his home and killed every living being in the entire sector, save for him and 4 other aliens, saying that they did nothing to deserve the fate that was given to them. They all realized that before the massacre of Sector 666, Atrocitus once loved life. St. Walker goes to Atrocitus and relates to him his own tragedy, how he lost his own family and was enraged. But when Atrocitus asks him how they died, Walker tells him that they died because of accidents, which makes them both different, as Walker had no one to blame for the death of his family, but for Atrocitus, the Manhunters came to Sector 666 and annihilated nearly everyone in the sector, and that the massacre is somehow the cause of the Blackest Night. He then agrees to help the other Lanterns only because he wants to protect life from the Black Lanterns, just as he had fought against the Manhunters to protect life in the sector, but warns them all that once it is over, the Guardians die. However, Larfleeze doesn't like the idea of losing something and also agrees to join the fight, but wants his own Guardian in return. In return for his assistance against the Black Lantern Corps, Sade agrees to become Larfleeze's Guardian over Ganthet's objections, citing that it is because of the Guardians that the Blackest Night has come and that sacrifices must be made. Indigo 1 then tells everyone that the Black Lantern Central Power Battery was there, but it has disappeared. As they ponder the issue, Ganthet tells everyone that they will find it and they will give everything to destroy it, and summons the power batteries of the Lanterns, with Larfleeze suggesting that they don't give everything. All right. Thoughts?
Excellent issue. I mean, we're getting down to the really core motivations of Atrocitus.
Core motivations, eh?
Yeah. Anyway,
Okay, whatever.
And how you can get someone like Atrocitus to work with both Sinestro and Hal, even though he hates them both, it's because, he does want to stop the Blackest Night, and to do that, he's willing to do anything. So that's kind of cool. And then, Sade making...
Yeah. I was going to say the Atrocitus thing, it is an extreme, because like Sinestro was kind of like trying to give him a common enemy. It's like, oh, well, I'll destroy the Green Lanterns. He's like, no, I'll kill you too. But he's like,
yeah.
The Black Lanterns, you really can't argue with that, because it's like, well, they're going to destroy every living thing.
Everything.
Way, so.
Exactly. So, I'm still, all of this goes back to this, the Manhunters and Sector 666, right?
Mm-hmm.
Slaughtering everything in an entire sector
that's a big mistake.
That's a big mistake, but it's also, a sector is infinitely large, right? I mean, we've talked about how that's just nuts to me. So maybe if they'd slaughtered, everything in a galaxy, but a sector can contain multiple galaxies because they go on and on and on. So
unless it's some weapon that, I mean, if they would have said it was some weapon that moved at like light speed, or some kind of energy wave that just like, But and again, how did we ever get a timetable of how long it took them to destroy a whole sector? I mean, it could have been hundreds of years, thousands of years.
And this was, I mean, the Green Lantern Corps have been around for billions of years, right?
Yeah.
So the slaughter happened billions of years ago. And the universe was smaller billions of years ago.
Oh, true.
I don't know.
No, you're right.
But, it's just, it's almost inconceivable, right? That the Manhunters could do that.
Oh,
yeah. But we've now got the core team together, right? We have
the
Atrocitus,
the core team,
Yeah. We've got Atrocitus, Larfleeze, Sinestro, Hal,
Carol.
Saint Walker, Indigo 1, and Carol.
Carol,
So
yeah.
we've got all 7 of them. Plus we've got Ganthet and Sade.
Yes.
Right? So, and we know where the Black Lantern battery is.
Yes.
Coast City. So
Which is where Flash was heading at the end of issue 1 of his miniseries,
Yep.
and calling
and also Wonder Woman is heading that way too.
So
So yeah, this is it's I think this was really put together and constructed really well, because when I don't know that we've seen we've seen crossovers come out of titles. Like you look at Operation Galactic Storm, that wasn't a separate title, that just crossed over into all the individuals, right?
Yeah.
If you look at something like, okay, I can't believe I'm going to say this. If you look at something like Secret Invasion, okay, it essentially spun out of the Avengers.
Yeah.
But the Avengers book didn't feel as important as the series, right?
Yeah.
The Secret Invasion. Here, Green Lantern Corps seem every bit as important as the Blackest Night series.
It's almost like there's 3 for these couple months. It's almost like there's 3 Green Lantern books almost.
Exactly. Yep. It's just built so well. And everything seems to, this is probably one of the, at least from a continuity standpoint and how well it's executed and the way it's structured, it's probably one of the best crossovers DC has done. The original Crisis had a lot of prep and also was, built on a lot of that continuity and had all that stuff coming in. You saw the Monitor show up along with Harbinger, in a year before Crisis actually happened. So
I think it's safe to say this is probably one of the best crossovers of the 21st century.
Oh yeah, I would say so. It's
at least, yeah,
it's just well executed. It's well put together, well structured, and it works really well because it's and I think one of the reasons it works so well is that it didn't take over the Superman book. It didn't take over the Wonder Woman book. It didn't take over the JSA book. We got individual limited series of Superman and JSA that were specifically tied into Blackest Night. So it didn't just kind of spill over into everything where, like, oh, crap, what's happening in, Titans this week or whatever, because they're. So I think that was a really smart decision, and it's very well done. And like I said, Green Lantern book, I think I'm going to give Core the best book this month. Just because I think it raised the stakes with everything that was going on, and and that death, if you'll pardon me for air quoting that death of Kyle, that hits really, really hard.
Oh yeah.
I don't think we don't have a moment that punches with that much force in Green Lantern this month, that we're reading. So yeah, I think I've got to give the edge to Core this time. It's still close because they're both good. Green Lantern's doing a lot of heavy lifting about how around the plot of Blackest Night, because it has to get these characters together all in one place and get them to work together. So it's got to do a lot of heavy lifting to get them all in the right place. Whereas Core is just reveling in kind of the carnage and just this is what's going on, we're dealing with it kind of thing. So plus, and that ending.
Oh yeah, and again, I think it had to be Cal, because even if you did that with like Hal, you'd be like, Hal's not dead, or like he's coming back in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Cal, I think there was just enough of that doubt where it's just like, Oh yeah, how Jordan's back. We have John. We have Guy. I'm like, are they going to kill Cal? I think I
Yeah.
panicked when this came out originally. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I think it hit so hard because, if under different editors, earlier at an earlier time, they may have just killed him off. But, one of the great things about Rebirth and Forward is that, it wasn't that replace and destroy. It was that we're gonna celebrate everything and keep everything moving forward, right?
I mean, yeah. So it's basically just like weave everything together into a beautiful tapestry. Yes.
Yep. Hmm.
All right.
So I've been jabbering on. What do you think, man?
No,
You
no,
do
I
you,
think
you rank them the same way?
you're. You know what? I agree with you completely. I think it was close, but just by a hair or two. Yeah, got to give it to Green Lantern Corps. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's only going to get more interesting as over the next few months for Green Lantern Corps with a certain red ring floating around and Kyle coming back.
You know what? I think Core takes it just by a hair because it's like there was a little bit of action in the main Green Lantern book, but a lot of it was a lot of jibber jabber. I mean,
Yeah,
Core stuff happened, especially
yeah,
now. Yeah, stuff happened.
lots of stuff happened actually.
Oh yeah, let's let out this dangerous Red Lantern. Yes,
Yeah, because one problem at a time. One problem at a time.
exactly. All right. Anything else, William?
Nope, I think this is a good week. Of
All
course,
right.
they've all been good
Well,
weeks. This has been a really great event so far.
oh, just wait till next week. You're gonna love next week. There's only 4 issues next week. Blackest Night 5 and 6. Green Lantern
Ooh,
443 and Green Lantern 49. That's it. The 2 Green Lantern books
we,
and 2 issues of Blackest Night. That's it.
you mean all the Green Lantern books?
Yes, exactly. Exactly. So yes,
Nice.
remember that one week we had no Green Lantern books? We're gonna have the complete opposite next week.
Nice.
Nothing but Green Lantern books. All right. So yes. So send us your thoughts. Please, please send us your thoughts. Again, you can win a Green Lantern prize pack. Send us feedback. Email us, capesandlunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics episodes, social media, merchandise. Help support us, buy some merch, or join the Patreon, subscribe to the Patreon. You always get something extra there every month. And in 2024, it's wilder, it's crazier, it's
more vicious and brutal than ever.
That little hellfire. So find everything all in one place. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/Capes and Lunatics Podcast Network.
I love it.
All right. Mr. Will Allred, master of many cores, master of the quantum zone, master of podcasting. And right now, complete and total master of Kickstarter. Where can people find you? Where can people find where can people get Crossover Division?
All right. Well, you can find me at Walred. That's at WALLRED at Gmail and Facebook and Twitter and Blue Sky. Actually, probably starting to spend more time on Blue Sky because it's less of a hellscape. Anyway,
well, hold that thought, because did you see they opened it up? I don't know if it was today
Yes.
or yesterday. They opened up Blue Sky. You don't need an invite anymore. So just
Awesome. Well, we'll see if it stays hellscape free or less hellscapey than the other place. But
yeah.
anyway, if you'd like to check out Crossover Division, you can do that at crossoverdivision.com. And you can check out the Kickstarter right now. We have 17 days left, and you can go to crossoverdivision.com/KS or crossoverdivision.com/Kickstarter, or just go to kickstarter.com and search for Crossover Division. But number 5 is about 75% funded at the moment, and we still have 17 days to go. So
wow, nice.
We're doing pretty well. So you can check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. But the issues, not necessarily issues, but the trade of the first 4 issues of Diary of Night's available during the Kickstarter as well, and back issues are available of Crossover Division. So And finally, you obviously have great taste because you're sitting here listening to Phil and I go on about Green Lantern, which means you probably love Marvel's Quasar almost as much as we do. And if you'd like to find out more about Quasar, you can do that at the Quantum Zone, quantumzone.org.
I'll put it in my navel.
Hey, boys, you look at the party? I love the party. Seems like I'm getting a package every other day. They aren't even attempting to enter our orifices.
Tom DeFalco wrote that. I can't believe that got past the comics code.
It's a medical term.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
I do.
It was the 90s. The Falco's like, it's a medical term. That's a lot tamer than what you're getting elsewhere. All right, kids. Come back next time. Not getting any tamer around here for a while. Yes. Next week, Blackest Night 5 and 6. Green Lantern Corps 43 and Green Lantern 49. Haven't done my reread yet, but I would assume once again that this Green Lantern 49 will be better than the last Green Lantern 49 for Will. Although I think the issue 50 covers are going to be kind of similar.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All right, kids, come back next time. And remember, take one for the team. Good night.